Yeah, guys, could you please confirm me now? Now it is clear? Okay, done, guys. Okay, so let's start the session. So in the last class, we are discussing data cleaning, and I have completed the theory as I've told you what is data cleaning and what are the things will be involved in the data cleaning. Now, to do the data cleaning, as I've told you, we'll have the in the data cleaning to multiple options will be available, out of which first one is replace, second one is called as remove, and third one is called as retrain. Okay, three options will be there. Generally, for anything, only three options will be left, which we call it as 3R technique. This concept name we call it as 3R technique. In the entire data cleaning, we are going to follow 3R technique, which is replace. First R stands for the replace, remove, or retrain. Any one of them we are going to do. Out of first option is first in the replace. First one is replace with original data. Already I told you in the last class, replace with the original data is the best option. This is the first and best option. Best. Try to get the original data and replace. When it is not possible, then replace statistically. Replace statistically. That is the second option. When you are unable to replace with the original data, but still if you want to replace something, then which value you have to replace means by using the statistic. Okay, replace with some statistical measures. What are the we are having the some kind of different statistical measures are available. Using them, we have to replace. Like, what are the statistical measures? I'm going to discuss in the next few minutes. I'll discuss. Next option is remove. Remove means, as we know, remove the records. What we have to remove? Remove records or remove columns. Either we are going to remove the records or we are going to remove the columns. Out of these two, one we are going to do. Which one we are going to select means, for example, if 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 a column a column if a column have if a column have what are the wrong records or missing values or whatever it is. Okay, if a column have more than 30% of data either missing or wrong, either missing or wrong, in this case, remove the column. Remove that column. A column which has, okay, if a column have more than 30% of the data, what are the data it has of missing values or wrong data, then remove that column. Sir, how we can calculate this one? Very simple. So for example, how many wrong data are there? First, how you are going to get the wrong data? Wrong data you are going to get in a list. Already I told you in the last class. For I in unique values and whichever is in the wrong data type, that has to be appended into a list. Yesterday only we have discussed this one. How to identify the wrong data. After identifying the wrong data, simply apply the length function on this. Automatically you will get the total number of records. How many wrong values are there? And divided the total number of records, that is nothing but length of df. So length of wrong data divided by the length of df. Once you do this one, automatically you are going to get the percentage into 100. And if this value, what are this value is there? If this value is greater than 30%, then in that case, remove that column itself. Sir, if it is more important for the business problem, then what to do? Even if it is more important also, you have to convey the same thing. One of the most important, you are having the wrong data with you. For example, let's take an example like this. I want to estimate the house price. Amirpet, in the Amirpet, what is the house price? But I'm getting the data. What are the data for estimating the house price? One of the important parameter is called as SFT. How much SFT it is having? I mean size of the plot. Okay. What are the apartment sizes there? Around 1500 SFT, 1000 SFT, 1200 SFT. What are the sizes there? But the size was given wrongly. Okay, everything was wrong. 30% of the information was wrong. Now what I have to do in this case? In this case, what I have to do is I have to remove that column. But removing that column, except if you remove, how you are going to estimate the house price means if that column is important, but at the same time we can't remove. Now in this situation, what we have to do is we have to tell the same thing to your client. Whoever has given that data to you, you have to clearly mention that this column is having the important information, but here we are having the wrong data, multiple values are there. So this data is not used for the prediction. This data cannot be used for the processing. You are giving a wrong information and you are asking the right question to us, miss. It is difficult. Point is clear? So whenever you are providing a wrong data to us, automatically it has to be rectified. Then otherwise we cannot estimate. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone understood? And second, if what are the missing value percentage? What are the missing values or what are the missing values or wrong data? Wrong data percentage is less than 5%. In that case, blindly you can remove the records. You can remove the records up to 5%, no problem. So original data consists of, for example, 10,000 records are given. Okay, total the size of the data was provided to you is 10,000 records. Out of 10,000 records into 0.05 means what is the meaning of this? 500 records, approximately 500 records. So what are the 500 records values are there? If 500 missing values or 500 records of wrong data is there also, you can remove. Why you can remove means because still you are having the 95% the data is available. We are going to work with the 95% of the data. When you want to remove more than 5% only, these problems will come. Okay. So first point here, you have to make a note of clearly what is the point is first you have to observe how many missing values, how many wrong data are there in terms of percentage. First observe the percentage. After observing the percentage means divide with the total number of records. Okay, always divide with the total. For example, 10,000 records, 500 records are there. Missing values, how many missing values are there means 500. 500 missing values are there. In the entire data set, 500. Sir, 500 missing values are there. What to do? Not 500. I want divide by total. Divide by total, not individual number. Denominator is also important. Out of 5 lakhs, out of 10 lakhs, out of 50,000, or out of 500, out of 500. Divide by that one also important. So once you calculate that divide by, for example, out of 50,500 missing values are there, miss, it is not a problem. But sir, total records only 1,000, sir. In the 1,500 missing values, miss, big problem. It is not small problem, big problem. Right? So it's all depends on the percentage. So first we have to calculate this. Before calculating, first we have to calculate the, for the given data, total number of records. First calculate the total number of records. How many records are given to you? That is nothing but length of DF. Up to here it is completed. For the given data, total number of records, you are going to calculate like this. Done. After calculating, here, if number of records, what are the number of records you are going to work? After cleaning, minimum it should be 1,000. After cleaning, not original. After cleaning, it should be 1,000 plus. Okay. Then if you remove the more amount of data also, not a problem. It's all depends on the logic of total how many records are given to us. For example, let's take 1,000 total records are given only 500. In that 500, again 100 records are missing. Total only 500. Out of 500, 100 are missing. Now, what is the percentage? Percentage is nothing but 100 divided by 500, which is equal to 20%. 20% of the data is missing. Now, what to do? Means, in this case, instead of removing, if I remove, what happens? First think. If I remove, what happens? If I remove, then what is the total balance records will be there? 400 remaining records. Clean data will have only 400 records. Then in this case, should we remove or should not be removed? Miss? No, it should not be removed. Because after removing the missing values, how many are you going to get? Only 400. So in this case, 20% of the data is missing also. We have to replace. The best option, the solution for this one is a replace. We have to replace because we are already having the less amount of data. What is meant by less amount of data? Less means less than 1000. More means more than 1000. 1000 is the number. Less than 1000 records comes under less data. More than 1000 records comes under more data. Now, for example, here you are having the 5000. In the 5000, 1000 are missing. If you calculate the same percentage of 5000 1000 divided by 5000, now in this case, it is again 20%. Now, what is the solution? Miss, remove. Why, sir? If you remove also, balance 4000 records are there, na? Problem is, now point is clear, everyone? Understood the point? Here, first you have to observe this one. Total number of records, how many are given to us? This is the most important. And without saying or without thinking, you can drop or without saying miss, without justification, without giving any justification, you can drop or you can remove up to 5% of data. Within the up to 5% of the data, without justification, you can remove. You no need to tell what is the reason also. But when you are trying to remove, okay, when you have to drop more than 5%, when you have to drop, okay, drop or remove more than 5%, in this case, you have to give the justification. You have to provide justification. Means what is the reason behind. If you want to remove miss, you have to provide the reason. By providing the reason, you can remove. To whom? To whom you have to provide miss? To your senior, who is working for your project and who is going to observe your project. Once your project was completed, they'll observe now. Who is going to observe? For those persons, not to the client. For the client, we no need to say. Why? Because client doesn't understand all these things. For the client, if you say, I got this much of wrong data, this much of missing values, this much of this one miss, simply he'll say, okay, what I have to do? They'll ask like this. What I have to do? So for client, nothing is required like this. For client, what is required? Predicting the future with the maximum accuracy. What are the business problem was given? Na? That business problem was satisfied or not satisfied. That's it. In the future, whatever the work we are going to give, right? For example, let's take a small example like this. Client requirement is, I want a car. And he told that I want a car and budget is some 10 lakhs. This is the budget. 10 lakhs is the budget and he wants a car. Simple. I have created one car, not Tata or Mahindra or something, not company car. I only created one new car. I have designed a new car design. How I have designed, what aerodynamics I have applied, how the shape I have taken, from where I have copied from this one, from where I have copied that one. I know it to say to the client. What is client requirement? Car, 10 lakhs budget. His requirement is the car has to move without any problems. Now, if now I have designed a car and I have shown the car. Sir, this is the car, sir, and this is your budget, and this is the work, and this is finally take the keys and you can take your car. I have told like this. He has taken also. After taking that one, second day only repair. Now what happens? Again, I am going to rectify that repair. Third day again repair. 10th day again repair. 15th day again repair. Like this multiple times if they are getting the repair, what is the problem? So what are the product I'm delivering to the client now? It has to be used for him without any repair. Sir, not a problem, sir. If you get the repair also, I'll provide the service. Array, if you get repair means service okay, but repair only should not be there, na? Point understood clearly. So whatever the I'm going to design the car or whatever the product I'm going to deliver to the client, it should work properly for the future. Past, sir, earlier I have tried, sir. When I'm trying, the car is working properly. When I have driven, it is working properly. When I have went on the speed breaker, it is working properly. I think you went on the speed breaker with a 60 or 80. He may go on what are the way he wants. Point is clear. He may go in what are the way. Just we have to give the instructions that this car was designed for this purpose and maximum 5 members can sit in the car. And this is the luggage you can take up to this one. And this is the capacity of the speed. And this is the one we have to give the some instructions. Within that instructions, he has to follow. Now, for example, one day he went on the mud road. Okay, completely of mud. Suddenly car was stopped. What happens? Point understood? So in our case, it is working fine or not, we should not see. For the future, it is working or not, we have to see. Some students will do like this in such a way. Why I'm saying all these things means now, as of now, whatever I'm explaining, some people will think that sir is instead of saying actual topic, he's saying something else or something. Remember, whoever are thinking from the last 2 days, I'm explaining something or something. Okay, differently I'm explaining. Once the project will be completed, na, at that time we'll discuss again. Once the ML was completed, at that time, remember these things. I will share you this recording one more time. I know now who are the students are sending what are the messages in the chat or everything. Now we'll discuss. When we'll discuss means after designing the ML models. Now while designing the ML models, many of them will focus that their project, what are the work they are doing now, their project is having the more accuracy or not. For getting the more accuracy, sir, I'm going to do like this, sir. If I do like this, I am getting more accuracy, sir. You are working for more accuracy or for the future data? For the past, because what are the data is there with you is past data, which was already completed. For the past data, you are trying to get the more accuracy. Done. Sir, I am going to remove like this, sir. If why you are removing me? Sir, if I remove means accuracy increasing, sir. Why you are doing like this means, sir, accuracy is increasing, sir. For accuracy increasing, you should not do. Your work accuracy has to come. Point is clear. Sir, if you give the tomorrow's question paper, I'll get the maximum marks, sir. Getting maximum marks after seeing the question paper, not. For your subject, maximum marks you have to get. Sir, share me tomorrow's important questions, sir. Why? I will get maximum marks now, sir. Sir, share me this textbook, sir. Why? I will get maximum marks now, sir. So for this maximum marks, you are doing them everything. But what is reality is, for your subject, they are going to evaluate. Reality is what? What is reality? In the real interview, what happens? What are the subject is that they are evaluating that one. In your brain, what are the content is that they are evaluating that one. According to the interview, you are not preparing. Point is clear, everyone. So here, most important thing is we should not focus on the accuracy. We have to focus on the whether it is correct or wrong, right data or wrong data. In this case, whether if you do like this, it is perfect or wrong. Justification. Points are clear, guys? Now, so when you want to drop more than 5%, 100%, you have to give the justification. What is the reason? One student will be there. He will say that I'm removing the records. He will remove some records. I will ask the question, why miss? I'm not interested. He will simply say that I'm not interested. Keep your interest wherever you want. Okay. Here, not interested, not this one. Statistically, you have to prove. Okay. So we require the proof for what reason you are removing or for what purpose you are doing like this. Everything is justification is required. When you are working with more than 5% of the data, when you are trying to drop with the more than 5%, less than 5% you are dropping means not a problem. No need to give any justification. Happily you can drop. No one will ask. Okay, points are clear now. Next, coming to the next point here, statistical measures. Uh, yes, but who will decide? You have to decide based on the business problem. You have to decide out of these three what has to be done. You have to decide this. How you'll understand means based on the experience. How that experience you will get means once you do the multiple projects. Experience means not sitting in the company. Don't think that I'm saying wherever I use the word experience means don't think that after joining in the company whatever you get that experience I'm discussing. No, experience means from my perspective how many number of new projects you are working. Today one project you work, one data set completed. Take one more data set. Take one more data set. In one data set, one problem will be there. One data set will have the different business problem, different data. One business problem will be different. Like that, how many number of projects you solve, that much of more experience you gain. Point is clear, guys? Now, coming back, it is standard. Whatever I am writing here, it is standard. Yes. Right? Now, coming back. So here, slightly I'm entering into the statistical measures. Before doing the data cleaning, this is required. Why? Because to replace, we require first original data. 90% of the cases will not get the original data. Some cases will get the original. At that time, we are going to replace. Already I told you how to replace in the pandas. How to replace a single value, how to replace multiple values. Already I have told you. At that time, the reason behind saying the replace, remove, all these things is this one only. Data modification already I have completed separately in the pandas. So you know how to replace. If you are having the original data with you, how to replace. Okay, at a time, how to replace the multiple values also I already discussed. Okay. Now, if you want to replace with the statistical measures, second is statistical measures. So here I'm going to discuss with you the some statistical measures. Slight statistics is required, not complete statistics, slight, very slight, which we are going to discuss for next half an hour. That is more than sufficient for our work. Okay. Now, in that, first one is mean. Mean is nothing but called as average. Mean is statistical measure. Average is called as mathematical measure. Both are same basically. Okay, mean, which is nothing but average. That is nothing but sum of the values. What are the sum of the values are there? The sum of the values will be represented by like this. That is the symbol. Okay, so sum of the values. What are the column is there? Divided by total number of values is called as mean. Okay, sum of the values. For example, you are having the X column. Column name is X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this particular column, you have to calculate the mean. What is the formula means? Sigma of X divided by N. That is sigma X means total. Total is 15. 15 by 5 is 3. That is the mean value. Okay. For example, here you are having the Y. Column name is Y. What is the mean value means? Sigma Y divided by N. So here whatever you are going to write now, this is nothing but column name. That is just column name. Don't fix every time sigma X only. X is an example. Here column name is SRK. Then what is the formula for mean means? Sum of SRK divided by N. In that SRK column, what are the values are there? Divide by total number of values. So it is literally equal to sigma by N. That is called as mean. So nothing but sum of the values. What are the sum of the values? Divided by total number of values, which is nothing but N. Right? That is mean. Second one we call it as median. Second parameter is called as median. What is meant by median means 50 Okay, center value, center positional value, center position value, position value. Center position value is called as median of a ordered data, of a ordered data. Center position value is called as median of a ordered data. What are the data was provided to you? For example, they have provided first 5, 4, 1, 2, 9. Like this they have provided. First keep them in the ascending order or descending order. Choice is yours. I'm going to keep here 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. Ascending order. In this, what is the center value? 4. 4 is called as median for the given data, which is in the center position. What is meant by center position means how many number of data points are below to that? The same number of data points will be above to that. Number of data points. Number of data points below to the median. Number of data points above to the median will be the same. Number of data points. Data points or data values or records. Number of data points. Sir, sometimes we are using the word record. Sometimes we are using the data points. What is this? In the exam, whenever you are writing some exam, if they give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For these 5 records, what is the mean value or median value means you are going to calculate now. These are called as data points. Data points. Now the same data once you have received as a column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same thing as a column, then they are called as records. One row is called as one record. So you are going to get the data theoretically like this, or you are going to get the data in the Excel sheet, something. So it all depends from that. Okay. So here, number of data points. What are the number of data points are there? Number of data points below to median, below median value is equal to number of data points above median value. Number of data points below to the median value is equal to number of data points above the median value. Okay. Now, so here 5, 1, 2, 4, 9, as I've told you earlier, for this 5 data points, here how many data points are there? 5. What you have to do first? Ascending order. 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. And this is the center. Now, instead of 5, 6 are there. Even number of data points are there. Instead of odd number of data points, you are having the even number of data points. That is 6, 5, 1, 2, 4, 9. Now in this case also, first 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. Now center, how many values will be there now? 2 values will be there. Average of this one is what? 4.5. Now this one is median because below to median, how many values are there? 3. Above to median, how many values are there? 3. Point is clear? So average of center 2 values. If the center 2 values are there means average of center 2 values. In the center, either one value will be there, either in the center, 2 values will be there. So you are going to calculate center 2 values. What are the center 2 values are there? Average of that is called as median. Is the points are clear? So from median value, the number of data points below to the median value and number of data points to the above the median value should be the same. Now, in order to calculate in the Python, how to do means, first you are going to select the column. For which column you want to apply the mean, select the column dot mean. That gives the mean value of the column. Similarly, if you want to select the median, df of column dot median. It will give the median of that particular column. Sir, instead of selecting that, if I take like this, df dot mean, what happens? Okay. For example, you are having the 4 columns, X, Y, Z, and I. 4 columns are there. Now, here values are there, here values are there, something. Here also values are there. Now, what are the values are there? If you write simply df of mean for X mean value, Y mean value, Z mean value, I column mean value also you are going to get. 4 mean values you will get. No, sir, I want only the X value means then select only X. I want overall data mean value miss, then overall data you can select. Overall data na individual column. That is your choice. Okay. So like this, we are going to calculate the median. Next one is called as mode. Mode means most repeated value. Which one is repeated more number of times? The value which repeated more number of times. Value which repeated more number of times is called as mode. Okay. Now, so for example, here I'm having the some column 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like this. Now, how many times 1 was repeated? 3 times. 2 was repeated 1 time. 3 was repeated 1 time. 4 was repeated 1 time. Which number was repeated more number of times? Miss 1. So for this mode is equal to 1. Next example. Example number 2. No need to ask the question. Sir, if two numbers are there for same number of times, I'll explain. Multiple examples, I will only explain. Okay, just wait. Okay. So here you are having the 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1 was repeated how many times? 3 times. 2 was repeated how many times? 3 times. 3 number was repeated how many times? 2 times. 4 was repeated how many times? 1 time. In this, which number got repeated more number of times? Miss 1 and 2 were repeated more number of times. So you are going to consider both of them as the mode, not average, both of them. So here the mode is, what is the mode for this data? Miss 1, comma 2. Two modes are there, which we call it as bimodal. Sir, for example, let's take one more example. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, something. Now here, which one was repeated more number of times? Miss 1 was repeated, 2 was repeated, 3 also repeated, same number of times. So what is the mode here? What is the mode, miss? 1, 2, 3. Sir, for example, this one. Now, which one was most repeated? Sir, 2 was repeated. No, sir. Not repeated, I ask. Most repeated. Which value was more number of times repeated? Most repeated value. Most repeated value. So here 1 was repeated how many times? 3 times. 2 was repeated 2 times. 3 was repeated 2 times. So now out of these, which one is the highest? Which one has got repeated more number of times? Miss 1 was repeated. So only 1 will be considered as mode. Sir, 2 was repeated. No, sir. Every repeated value is not mode. Which one more repeated? Most. Top time. Top number of times which one was repeated, only that one will be considered as mode. Sir, for example, in the given data 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this, not even one of them repeated. What is the mode, miss? In this case, nothing is mode. No mode. So a data can consist of no mode. A data can consist of one mode. A data can consist of two modes. A data can consist of multiple modes. Multiple, infinite modes are also possible, which we call it as multimodal. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone, one by one, right? So in the given data, you may have one mode, you may have multiple modes. If the given data is non-numerical, okay, for numerical data, for the numerical columns, not even numerical, we have to write clearly continuous only. Only for continuous variables, we have to apply mean, median. For all the discrete variables, whether it is count variable or whether it is categorical variable also, we have to apply mode only. For all continuous variables only, mean, median are applicable. For even count variables also, we have to apply only mode. Don't apply the mean or median. It is only mode. Yes, Shweta, we'll take one real-time project. First, we'll complete the basics and then we'll enter into the project. Okay. Right? Done. Guys, here a small point. Everyone please make a note of this. What is the point is ways of learning. Two ways of learning will be there. One is called as project based learning, and the second one is called as concept based learning. What is the difference means here we will take one project, some project, XYZ project we'll take, and from this project, for that particular project, what concepts are used, and we'll learn the concepts from that. First, what we'll take? Project we'll take. In this project, what concepts are there? We will understand that. Now, in this case, what happens means that project, what are the project others are explaining, na, it will be very clear. But when we are doing the new project, na, because that project and this project concepts will be different. In one project, what are the concepts are applicable? In another project, that may not be applicable. Now, in this case, what happens means that project will be very clear. Whoever explains, whether it is me, whether it is your friend or someone who explains the project and they'll explain the concepts from that, na, automatically that project only will be clear. But once we learn the concepts, once we complete all the concepts, how many concepts, variety concepts are there? If we complete all the concepts, from that we can create the infinite projects. Two options will be there, and I'm choosing this one. This is my choice. Not my choice. I'll use this one. In the class also, I will use this one only. Because if I take directly one project means in that project, I will replace with the mean. Why you have to replace with the mean? Why you should not replace with the median means? In which case we have to replace mean? In which case we have to replace median? How will you know? Or in which case we have to apply the mode? In which case which one? All these things from where you will know. In that project, I will use any one of them. I will not use all of them. Na? Any one of them only I will use. Then remaining cases where we have to use, how to know? So that is the reason I will choose this one. First, I'll explain all the concepts related to that. Then I will take one project. In that project, what is applicable, you only have to tell me so that we'll apply that one only. Then automatically you'll understand, okay, in this situation, this one. In this situation, this one. This is the point. This is my choice. That is the reason my concepts will be, without showing the project only, more concepts will come. First, if I explain directly the project, na, it will take for me less time. For me only it is advantage. But what is the problem is, after the class, once the class was completed, the trainer has explained the project, okay, even some BTech students, in the final year, they will do some projects now. Their friend will explain all the project. Yes. Have you understood, miss? Yes. Now, can you do, miss? No. Why? Only that project you told? I will do that project only. You are here to do the revision. No, na. This is the point. So, as per my choice, this one I will choose. That is the reason I am explaining the concepts first. Later, I will choose the project. Okay. Okay, bear with me because see here first time I explain the statistics without explaining the data cleaning also. Why? Because I know in the data cleaning I'm going to replace with the mean or median. To explain that one, I have to explain first for you what is median. I know what I'm going to use in the next class. For that next class, without explaining the previous class, I cannot jump directly into the next class because while my explanation only will not be proper. Because I will only not explain properly because these concepts without explaining how I am explaining, I will think myself. Is the points are clear? Mode is clear, everyone? Next. So mean, median, and mode. Next, coming to the, as we know, minimum value. What is min miss? It is going to give the minimum value in the entire data. It gives the minimum value. How to calculate? Similarly, here also, how to calculate the mode means df of what are the column you are selecting for that particular column dot mode. Dot mode will give you the mode value. Here, mean will be single only, median also will be single value only, but mode can be multiple. Mode can be multiple. So you are going to get the output either single Either single value you will get or multiple values you will get. Mode can be single or multiple, but mean and median will be always single value only. So here to get the first one, we are going to use the 0. What is this 0 indicates means if you are getting the multiple values in that first one. So we are going to add the 0 here. 0 means 0 index. Whatever the first position value is there. Okay. Now coming to the minimum. Minimum is nothing but minimum value in the given data. Minimum value in the given data. And this is nothing but df of column dot min. Similarly, max. Max is nothing but maximum value in the given data. Okay, that is nothing but df of column dot max. It gives the maximum value. This gives the minimum value. This gives the maximum value. So what is the advantage of minimum and maximum is we'll understand from where the data starts, where the data ends. By observing the minimum and maximum values, we'll observe this. Next one is called as percentile. One of the most important. Okay. Now to explain the percentile example, here I will explain with a small one. Tell me guys, one of the student has got the rank is 5. Good rank or bad rank? Good or bad? Question is simple. Good rank or bad rank? How many of you are going with the good? So most of your people are saying that it is good only. Na? Now total in the class only 5 students are there. Now rank is 5 only. I'm not changing the rank. His rank is 5 only. Rank is 5 only guys. I didn't change the rank. Earlier I asked the question. What is the rank 5? So here rank is not important. Out of. That out of only percentile. What is the difference between the percentage versus percentile means in the comparison, we are going to use the percentile, no comparison percentage. You are using for comparison purpose or no comparison with others. Comparison with others means what we required? Percentile we required. No comparison with others. I don't want to compare only with others. Then percentage is required. So one of the student has told that, sir, I got 84%. Percentage. No comparison with others means percentage. Out of 100, he got 84 marks. Out of 100 marks, he got 84 marks. What is the percentage means? 84 percentage. Good percentage or bad percentage? And he is the least person in the class. Good percentage or bad percentage? 84. I am not changing again the percentage. The student has got 84 marks out of 100. But he is only the least. Now, sir, if you want to compare, since you are comparing, he is the least in the class, the question comes. But if you don't compare, then automatically he is good student only now, basically. 84% is good marks only. But he is the least miss. Even that marks are also waste only. So comparison comes with the percentile. Percentage is no one. In the entire world, no one is there. I am only the person. What is the marks for me out of total marks? That's it. Percentage. Percentile means comparison with others. Okay. So comparison. Okay. So as of course, answer is percentage wise good percentage only, but comparison wise problem. Same way in the companies also same thing will happen. Many people will think that I'm not getting the job, but you are having the good subject, but compared to with others, your subject is waste. Other subject is better than you. That is the reason they got selected. Simple point. Your subject is waste? No, good only. You are not having the talent? No, you are also having the talent. Then why you are not getting the job, miss? When compared to others, your talent is less. You are in a competitive world. The interview was conducted only for you or for the others also? If the interview was conducted only for you, miss, only your knowledge they'll check. If the interview was conducted for multiple people, miss, comparison will come into picture. Who has done more better, for them they'll give the job. Common. So in the compared to region or compared to world, whatever the comparison world is going on present in the market, so percentile is having the more demand. In the some people will write the ranks also, but industry will ignore that one, particularly in the AI and ML data science, these three areas. Okay, who are working with the AI, ML, and DS? These role people knows with respect to which one is important, which word is not important, because they will learn the statistics. The person who doesn't know the statistics, they will focus on the rank. The person who knows statistics, they will never use the word called as rank. They always use the word called as percentile. So have you observed, GATE exam will be in terms of percentage, but whereas it comes to the CAT exam, it is going to be in the percentile. So whenever MBA, that is business analytics or statistics will come, they will always focus on the percentile. Percentile means comparison. Now what is meant by percentile means how much percent of students are below to you. How much percentage of data points below to your value. How many data points, percentage of data points are below to you. For example, total 100 students are there. Let's take an example clearly, guys. Please don't write. This is slightly confusing and most of the people confuse. That is the reason I'm explaining clearly. Total how many students are there? 100 students are there. Your marks, I'm writing clearly, your marks is 82. Your marks is 82 out of 100. What is the percentage, miss? 82 percentage. This not depends on the, even here 100 students is there, 1 student is there, 2 students is there, 5,000 students are there also, it not depends. How many students are there, it not depends. Even 100 students are there also, 82 percentage only. Even 10,000 students are there also, 82 percentage only. It not depends on the other students. But here in the class 100 students are there. Your position out of 100 is, okay, 6th position. Now, what is your percentile? Means how many students are below to you? Yours is 6th position, means how many are below to you? Remaining 94 people are below to you only. So 95 students are below to you out of 100. So what is the percentile, miss? 94 percentile. 82 percentile is 94 percentile. Sir, how you got? For example, you are only the first ranker. You are only the first rank. 82 is the top mark. Top mark is only 82. What is percentage? 82 percentage only. But what is the percentile? How many students are below to you? 100 out of 100. Everyone below to you only. So every student is below to you. What is the percentile? 100 percentile. You are called as 100 percentile student. Point is clear? Understood? The logic? Understood or not? So whatever your value, divide by how many students are below to you. How many students below to you? How many data points? How many data points are below to you? Divide by total number of data points is called as percentile. So number of data points below to you. You miss here value. Below to the value, divide by total number of values. is called as percentile. So in the resume, please don't mention the rank. Some people, after taking some competition, you are going to take the competition. The competition name is called as Kaggle. Whoever practice ML na, 100% they have to take the Kaggle competition. Mandatory. Mandate. No discussion on this. Compulsory. What competition? Kaggle competition. It is free of cost. You no need to pay 1 rupee also. Don't worry. It is free of cost. You can take anytime. It is available 24 into 7. Anytime, any day. Choice is yours. Some students are going to take the Kaggle competition, and in this Kaggle competition, they are going to get some rank. For example, they get the rank is, sir, I got the rank is 100, sir. 100th rank. 100 rank. Is good rank or bad rank, miss? Tell me, good rank or bad rank? Out of, that is important. Out of 15,000 students, he has got the 100 rank, miss? Good rank. Out of 100, miss? Bad rank. So in the resume, what we have to mention? Percentile we have to mention. Multiple students, they'll mention the rank, and the resume will not get shortlisted. Why? Because they don't know what is the importance of percentile. In the resume, if they don't mention properly, they don't understand that. Okay. So here we require the percentile. Percentile is how many data points are below to you. Go to the company now. Take the interview. How many people are below to you? Divide by total number of data points. Calculate. If you are in the top position, automatically you will only get the job. For example, I want 5 students. This is my requirement. For the interview, I have called with the some people, 100 people I have called. Your position should be what? In the top 5. For example, you got the, sir, I got in the interview, in my interview score, performance, everything. My interview was done very well and I got the 90% of the marks. But still I have not got the job, miss. Others has got 91, 94, 95, 100 also. So 5 students are better than you, miss. What company will do? Though you got the 90% of the marks, what company will do? Point is clear. Tomorrow, if you start the company also, same thing you will do. Point. So they require 5 people out of comparison. Okay. In the comparison world, comparison only will be done. Without comparison, which job you are getting? Without multiple interviews, multiple people interview, which job you are getting? Unless it is reference. Reference means no comparison, nothing. Only one talent, and they'll see some questions and they'll give the job directly. For that, no need of comparison or nothing. But some cases, comparison has to be done. Okay. In the reality, comparison is more important, guys. More important. So are you going to give the priority for comparison, miss? 100% I will give. No doubt in that. When I'm having the better student than you, I will go with that person, or my favorite student I will go. Tomorrow at the end, I require the good work with less amount of pay. One person is there. He is having an extraordinary talent of 80% score he has got in the interview. One more student also got 80% score in the interview. But he has got the, in terms of, he is expecting 6 lakhs package. This person is expecting only 4 lakhs package per annum. Which person you are going to select? Sir, first, why he will go with the 4 lakhs, sir? Because he is having the career gap. Some problem is there. That is the reason he is expecting. Sir, career gap is there now, sir. Career gap is there means what? Finally, work is going to be the same only, na? If I hide this person also, he has to do the same project. If I hide this person also, has to do the same project. What I have to do with the career gap? Is there any benefit I am going to get as a company person, miss? I will get the benefit. Here, 2 lakhs benefit I will get if I hire him. Now, career gap person I have to select, or non-career gap person? Sir, for example, he is also expecting 6 lakhs, sir. Now, it's all depends. Sir, earlier you only told no, sir. Earlier this one no, you told no, sir. Earlier you told 4 lakhs, no, sir. Suddenly you are changing to 6 lakhs now. You change the value, I am changing my opinion. If you don't change the value, I will also not change the opinion. You change means I'll change. It's all depends on the data what I receive. For that data, that is the best choice. For this data, this is the best choice. Now automatically instead of this person, chichi, I don't want career gap. I want only these people. Now this career gap person, what he will think? In the market, career gap means no jobs are there. Like this. He'll come to a confirmation. Career gap or something problem is there means expect low salary. Who will stop you? Let me see. For every negative point, how many negative points are there with you? For all the negative points, what is the solution, miss? Expect low salary with high knowledge. Job is pakka. Simple point, right? So why I'm saying all this, miss? Depends on the data. Why I'm explaining? Depends. Depends on what data we receive. Every data is not same. Tomorrow, if I conduct the interview, 5 members are going to attend the interview, miss. Day after tomorrow, if the same 5 members in the similar way I will get, maybe, may not be. In this 5, I have selected extraordinary person. In that 5, I may select other person who is having comparatively less knowledge. Maybe, who knows? So it's all depends on the what data we receive. Everything is not fixed answer. We have to dynamically change according to that situation. Is the points are clear, guys? So here percentile is most important criteria. So in this percentile, 25 percentile. What is 25 percentile means? In the given company, for example, salary. Let us take an example, salaries only. Let's take a small example, salaries. In the TCS company, salaries of TCS. Okay. In the TCS 25 percentile value, they have given us 6 lakhs. What is the meaning of 6 lakhs means? 25% of the people are working under the 6 lakhs. 50 percentile. What is meant by 50 percentile means? 50% of the data are working under the 9 lakhs. Below to this value, how much percentage of the data is there means 50% of the people. In the TCS, 10,000 might work, 10,500 people might work, or 1 lakh people may work. What are the number of people? But 50% of the people who are working in the TCS are receiving the salary less than 9 lakhs. Now, 75 percentile. What is meant by 75 percentile? 75% of the data that, I mean, for example, if it is 12 lakhs, let's take an example, 12 or 14 or something. So 75% means 3 by 4th of the people are getting in the TCS company less than 14 lakhs. 100 percentile. 100 percentile means, for example, 100 percentile, I'm writing the 50 lakhs. Let's take an example of 50 lakhs. What is the meaning means? 100%. Every person is getting less than the 50 lakhs only. Literally, it is called as maximum value. Sir, 0 percentile. What is 0 percentile means? No one is getting less than this. Less than this, 0 people are there. So 3 lakhs. Let's take an example, 3 lakhs. Now, what is this one meaning is? Minimum value. 0 number of people are working under 3 lakhs. So what is the minimum value to what is the maximum value miss? 3 lakhs to 50 lakhs is the range. Out of 50% of the people are working under 9 lakhs. Just in front of you, I'm typing here in the Google only. Okay. Now, what is salary of Gen AI developer in TCS? Just I'm typing here. Now, here you're going to get the range. This is the salary range. It's all depends on the level and something you're going to get. Now, same question I'm writing here in the Accenture. Okay. So different to different in this different companies will get the different of data scientist. Okay. So sometimes here you are going to get the word. What is the word you are going to get miss? the word will be here 25 percentile, 50 percentile. Words you are going to see. The median salary. Okay, here I'm going to write the what is the salary of data analyst, or what is the salary in Accenture for data analyst. Okay, so here I'm going to get the different packages, different values, and uh, what is the median salary? Let me write the median salary clearly. Okay, now here you can see that the median salary is 11.4 lakhs. What is the median salary? Means 50% of the people are working under the 11.4, 50% of the people are working above the 11.4 lakhs. Is the point is clear? Everyone understood? So the here you are going to get whenever you type in the future, you might get 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile like this. Now here the 25 percentile value is called as Q1, quartile 1. Q1 means quartile, 1 by 4th. 25 means 1 by 4th. 1 by 4th is called as quartile, quartile 1. It is not quarter, quartile, quartile 1. Similarly, Q2, 50 percentile is called as Q2. That is nothing but quartile 2. Quartile 2. The 50 percentile is also called as median. Median is also called as 50 percentile or Q2. Everything is same. Okay, 50% of the data will be below to median. Similarly, this one, 75% of data is called as Q3. We call it as Q3, that is quartile 3. Okay, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Now, next we are having the interquartile range. The next parameter name is called as interquartile range. What is meant by interquartile range means which is nothing but Q3 minus Q1. Q3 minus Q1 is called as interquartile range. Next one we are having is called as lower limit, which is nothing but Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. What is IQR? IQR is nothing but interquartile range. Interquartile range shortcut is called as IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1. And the lower limit is this one. And upper limit. Similarly, we are having the upper limit. Upper limit. What is upper limit means? Q3. Q3 plus 1.5. Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR is called as upper limit. Any value greater than upper limit, if any value greater than upper limit, greater only, not equal to, only greater. Any value greater than upper limit or any value less than lower limit are called as outliers. Outliers, which we call it as abnormal data, special data. Any value greater than upper limit or any value less than the lower limit, out of these two, any one of them is called as outliers. Outliers are nothing but abnormal data, which is completely different from the other data. Is the point is clear? Now, so here, what are the outliers are there? First question, what is outlier? What is outliers means? Which is distinct. The data points, the values which are distinct from other values. Distant means somewhat far away from other values. That values which are distant from other values are called as outliers. Okay. Example, in this class, students generally what would be the student's age, miss? Age of 22 to age of 26 or 27, something like this. If 55 years person is sitting in this class, is there anything wrong? Anything wrong is there? 55 years person is sitting in this class, means anything wrong? No, but they are called as outlier. Their way of mindset will be different. Their way of learning will be different. Their way of understanding will be different. Everything. They are called as outliers, which are completely far away from other data points. Far away from the other data points. What is similarly lower values also? Upper values, lower values. For example, in the old age home, if you take in general what is meant by old age home is age of more than 60. They'll stay in the old age home generally. If a person age is 30 and he has joined in the old age home, is there anything wrong, miss? Not for serving, not as a volunteer or not for serving or not to take care of the old people. He also joined as a member, like how the old age people retire and they will enjoy in the same way. 30 years person only is, for example, generally retirement age is what? 60 is called as retirement age as per the government of India. Okay. But for example, if a person sitting at 25 only and he says that I have retired, I'm not going to work from now only, miss. Comparatively different. They are called as outliers. In the market, I have seen multiple people like that. They'll say that at the age of 25 only, no, I'll not work. Their mindset will be different way. Right? So they are called as outliers, comparatively different from others. Right? What is the problem with outliers? Problem with outliers. If outliers are available in the data, what happens? Miss, it impacts statistical measures. It impacts the statistical measures. It impacts the measures. For example, in this class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the average value for this? Means average value is going to be sum of them divided by 15 by 5, which is 3. Now, instead of 5, 50 is there. Now what happens? Which is going to be 59 divided by 5. Sorry, not 59, 60 divided by 5. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Earlier, without this one, it is 3. Due to this one, the average value was increased. So it impacts the measures. Which measure it will impact, miss? It will impact more on it impacts the some measures. It impacts, it has more impact on mean, and it has less impact. It has more impact on mean, whereas it has less impact on median. On median, it will have the less impact. Outliers impact will be less comparatively. Okay. But whereas on the mean, it will have the more impact. More impact will be there. Yes. Like sales data on the some special days. Like offer days, the sales will be very high. Non-offer days, the sales will be less. The offer days, what are the outliers we are going to get? Right? Now, by including that offer days, miss, automatically the monthly sales average will be very high. Without offer days, if you calculate, miss, the completely the values will be very low. So it is going to have the problem. Next, how to identify? How to identify, miss? Already I told you now. How to identify outliers? How to identify, or how to identify is different. How to calculate? How to calculate outliers, miss? This one. How to calculate outliers? So any value greater than upper limit or any value less than the lower limit. How to identify or how to separate or how to extract, miss, you're going to write the condition. Inside the DF, you're going to write the condition 1. or you are going to write the condition 2. Two conditions are there, na? Both the conditions you are going to write. Either it satisfies this condition also. What is the first condition? Whichever the value is greater than upper limit is the condition 1, or whichever the value is less than lower limit is the condition 2. Out of these two, whichever the record satisfies, it will be separated. The data points will be separated. Condition 1 and condition 2. You are going to write like this. Condition 1 is nothing but value greater than upper limit. Condition 2 is value less than lower limit. Like this, you are going to separate the data and you are going to work with the data. Points are clear? This is the statistics which we require. That's it, not more required. Okay. For our ML, if you are for data analysis means additional is there. If you are data scientist means something is there. For ML, this is sufficient. For ML point of view, I'm saying guys, our course is related to ML and AI, na? Only from that point of view, I'm explaining. Okay, from the ML point of view. This is the required statistics for us, for ML. So what is required means mean, median and mode along with the percentile values Q1, Q2, Q3 and upper limit, lower limit and along with that outliers. Now, so whenever in the given data consist of if given data consist of outliers, which is best measure means if given data consists of no outliers, if no outliers are there, no outliers means mean is best measure. If given data consists of no outliers, if the given data consists of outliers are available means then median is best measure. Okay, median. In that case, go with the median as best measure. Mean is best measure when no outliers. Median is best measure when you are having the outliers. Clear guys, everyone? So first you have to observe and according to that you have to treat. So now in which case you have to replace with mean, in which case we have to replace median means if there are no outliers, we have to go with the replacement with the mean. If the data consists of outliers, at the same time we have to keep the outliers as it is means then with what values we have to replace? Median. Sir, for example, first outliers treatment or missing values treatment? First missing values treatment. But for doing the missing values treatment, you are asking to check outliers are available. Checking is called as data exploration. Treatment is called as different. So now where you are going to check whether the data has outliers or not means in the data exploration step itself. There itself you are going to check the missing values, how many are there? Checking everything will be done first, later only decision. So missing values, now you are going to treat the missing values. I will ask you to replace with missing values are there. Some missing values are there. First priority is replace with original data, but original data is not there. Now you have to replace with the statistical measure. Now tell me what you are going to replace. With what you have to replace? For a particular column, missing values are there. For that particular column, you have to replace statistically. With mean you are going to replace or with median you are going to replace? With what you are going to replace? When there is no outliers, we have to go with the mean. When there is outliers are there, we have to replace with the median. Point is clear now? In which case, which one has to be used? Now tomorrow when I take the data set, there I will show you first mean is there or median, outliers are available or not available. First I'll observe. Later I will ask you now what to do guys. You have to tell me. In the entry also they'll ask for a particular column missing values are there and you are having the less amount of data, what you will do in this case. Since it is less amount of data, we cannot remove them. So obviously we have to replace them replace them miss with what you are going to replace miss? Sir, first I will check with the original data is available or not. If I confirm that there is no original data, then I'm going to replace statistically. If outliers are available miss, I'm going to replace median. If outliers are available means median. If no outliers are available means mean. Then immediately I'll ask why. Because mean is impacted with the outlier. Median is less impacted with the outlier. With the small example like this. For this data, no outlier is there. For this data, outlier is available. The data which consists of no outlier, the data which consists of with outlier. A data which doesn't consist of outlier, what is the mean value here miss? The mean value is 3. Median is, what is the median value miss? That is also 3. Center position 3 only. For with outlier, a data with outlier, what is the mean value miss? I got the mean value as 12. Median value is 3. Means, are you going to conclude that median value will not change? No, I'm saying less impact. I didn't told that no change is there in the median. What I've written? Less impact on the median. Comparatively less impact on the median. I didn't told that there will be no impact. Because in some other data points, if you consider, there might be impact. But how much impact is there with the mean? Comparatively less impact will be there in the median. Sir, what is meant by impact, sir? Difference. Without outlier, with outlier, the difference, the number difference is there. Na? The huge difference will be there in the mean and the huge less amount of difference will be there in the median. Is the points are clear, everyone? Yes or no? Mode will be applied only on the discrete variables. For discrete variable, nothing is applicable. For discrete variables, for discrete, only mode. One and only measure mode. For continuous only, mean, median, minimum, maximum, percentiles, outliers. All these concepts are applied only on the continuous variables. Only on the continuous. For discrete, one and only mode. Other than mode, nothing. Discrete means in your brain you have to get always remember. Discrete means best example for the discrete is gender. Male, female, male, male, you are having like this. For this, we can't apply the mean. We can't apply median. We can't apply minimum. We can't apply maximum. We can't apply outliers. We can't apply anything. In your mind, discrete means remember this example blindly. Everyone is clear? So for discrete, what is the parameter we are going to consider means only mode. For continuous variables only, all these parameters will come. Everyone is clear now? Now let us move on to the data cleaning part. Okay. Now, by considering a small data first, I will take one small data. Later, you are going to take one more data of your choice. And you have to do the data cleaning. Now, first in the data cleaning, what are the things I have told you yesterday? The first one is called as wrong data. Second one is wrong data type, followed by duplicates, missing values, unimportant columns, abnormal data. Like this, I have discussed everything now. Each of them with an example we'll discuss from here in the tomorrow's class. Already it is 7:30 now, so we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. So tomorrow, that is Thursday, we will complete the data cleaning. So tomorrow we'll complete the entire data cleaning. Friday, we are going to complete the data transformation. What are the data transformations are there? We'll complete. With this, what are the data pre-processing is required? Means before applying the ML, whatever is required, it will be completed. In the next 2 days, everything will be completed for your machine learning. Then now, after doing these two, the final data, initial data is called as what? Initial or first received data. First received data is called as what? Raw data. It is called as raw data. Now you are going to do the data cleaning and data transformations. You are going to apply the data cleaning and data transformations on raw data. On raw data, you're going to do. After, after applying, after applying data cleaning and data transformations, after applying data cleaning and data transformations, the data, what are the data is there? The data is called as processed data, processed or cleaned data. And this data only has to be given for the ML. Only this data has to be provided to the ML. We cannot provide the raw data to the ML to learn. To the machine, it will not understand the raw data. It will understand only the processed data. Is that clear, everyone? Done. We'll continue from here in the tomorrow's class. Yes. As I've told you, this Saturday we have the class and ML. Yes. Vamsi, we'll discuss the timings on the Friday. Saturday class timings are not fixed yet. We'll discuss on Friday. I will give the information on Friday. Timings. Most probably it will be in your class timings only. In the reached case, the timings may be shifted. 90% it will be in your class timing only. That is 6. Done. Thank you.